According to the internet, the newest Cinderella sucks. But does it? Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's Leesha, and today we are going to be talking about everything Cinderella. We're going to be talking about the newest Cinderella movie, my favorite Cinderella movies, and we're going to be talking about the newest Cinderella collection that is just coming out from Sigma. It's a lot of Cinderella. If you are familiar with my past videos, you might remember me doing some good, the bad, and the boring videos. We're going to be bringing that format back today, and we're going to be spicing it up a little bit by talking about a makeup collection as well as the source material. We were researching for this video, and I think we found something like 40 Cinderella style movies. Today, I'm going to be talking about 5 of them that I consider to be some of my personal favorites. I know at least one of them is definitely probably not like critically acclaimed, but I don't care, it is one of my favorites. And we're gonna start out with the newest one, the 2021 Cinderella. Now this movie has been getting so much hate, like a lot of hate, and personally, unpopular opinion here, but I don't really think that it deserves it. It has a 4.2 out of 10 on IMDb. I feel like that's harsh. So this is the one that just came out on Amazon Prime. It stars Camila Cabello. It stars Nicholas Galitzine. It has Idina Menzel, who to this day I still have to mentally prepare myself to say her name because thank you, John Travolta, I still automatically say Adele Dazeem.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only.
And that's so rude. I am so sorry, Idina, but it's hard to break a habit. It stars Billy Porter. It has a lot of Pierce Brosnan. It has a lot of really high, like, A-list actors going on here. I don't know if I necessarily had low expectations. I didn't have high expectations. I just had, let's put a movie on. Violet and I watched it, and honestly, I didn't hate it. It really is very much kind of in the same vein as the Cinderella starring Brandy and Whitney Houston, in the sense that it is taking place in like ye olden times, but it's got like kind of a modern twist to it. The main thing they did here is instead of having their own songs, it's taking pop culture, real songs, and kind of putting them into the movie, which personally I really liked. We had a lot of fun watching it. I think because we went in without really thinking it was gonna be bad, that helped. I know a lot of people went in expecting it to be terrible. A lot of people don't like James Corden, so that also did give people a bad taste in their mouth. But do I think it's worth a 4.2? No. Do I think it's the best Cinderella? No. Is it something that's fun to watch once or twice and just like dance because you know the music and sing along because you already know the songs? Absolutely. Definitely would give it more of like a 6.5 out of 10. I think it's worth that. Before we get into the next one, I want to show you guys a little bit of this Sigma collection. So the first thing I want to show you is the palette. So this is the Cinderella palette from Sigma. The packaging is so cute. You've got that light, like quintessential Cinderella aqua-y blue. You have a ton of gold accents. The whole inside is gold as well. And then you have all of the colors here. So there are 14 shades, and it's pretty much every other shade as far as being a shimmery, glittery color and a matte. It also comes with a dual-ended brush that has a paddle eyeshadow brush and then a blending brush. So that does come with it, which also there's more brushes in this collection that are just stunning. And this has that same style with the gold ferrule and the iridescent blue on the actual handle. So stunning. I'm obsessed with the brushes. As far as the eyeshadows go, Sigma, I always kind of feel like I'm torn. I really like the shimmery colors here. Some of the mattes are pretty good, but what I find with Sigma palettes, and this happened today, is that things tend to go murky and muddy relatively fast. I applied a lot of the colors today. I like how this look turned out, but it definitely felt like it needed some vibrancy just bumped in. But I will say, packaging itself is stellar. All the glittery shades though are gorgeous. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo has this amazing glittery shimmer to it. It's stunning, but overall, I just wish that it didn't feel like they just all kind of got lost in each other when I applied it. The next Cinderella on my list is also, shockingly, called Cinderella. This is the 2015 version starring Lily James, Kate Blanchett, Richard Madden, and Helena Bonham Carter. I remember being excited for this one because the prince was from Game of Thrones. He is Robb Stark from Game of Thrones, so I already was like, oh, I know him. This was like the peak. I feel like 2015 was peak or very close to peak Game of Thrones territory. If you know me, you know I have many thoughts as far as Game of Thrones goes. We're a couple years out and I'm still quite bitter about how that show ended. Not going to lie. I like this one. I think that this one is really fun. It's the traditional story. It's pretty much a remake of the cartoon Disney version. I think that Lily James looked beautiful in it, and I'm a fan of essentially anything that Helena Bonham Carter's in. So sign me up if she is listed on anything. And on that note, have you subscribed? I want to make sure that you've subscribed. I want to be able to look into your computer and see that that subscribe logo is not red. We stand gray subscribe button. So make sure you're clicking that subscribe button so that you get the gray and you get notifications and you can see me every time that I post a new video. The next piece of the Cinderella collection that I want to show is the blush. So there is a little blush cheek duo here that has a glow and ever after, and this is absolutely my jam. I love a warm corally blush, and this absolutely delivers, and the highlight here has a nice peachiness to it. So for me personally, this is if I was to design a cheek palette, basically. I will say the blush is a little bit darker than what I normally go for, but that is really easy to fix. When I applied it today, I just dotted the brush in, blended it on, and it was super easy there. But it's very cute. I love the packaging, super sleek. This one I would definitely recommend. The eyeshadow palette I feel like I'm on the fence about, but this is super cute. If you have my complexion at least, it's a great one. Before we get into the number 3 pick, I want to say who sponsored this video. And that is you, potentially. This video is sponsored by Ko-fi, kind of. Ko-fi is the new platform that we are kind of merging to from Patreon. If you are part of my Patreon, we're going to be moving over onto a new platform that doesn't take fees, so I'm able to give you guys better pricing. But if you've ever wanted to really get behind the scenes stuff, support me, buy me a caramel macchiato, because Lord knows I could go through those like nobody's business. This is the way to do it. We're going to have new content over there ranging from behind the scenes to extra vlog footage to D&D sessions on Discord, shout outs going off on here, all sorts of stuff. Definitely check it out. If you're on my Patreon, you can switch over to Ko-fi. It's actually going to be less expensive. I would be so excited to have you guys join my little Normal Nation family over there. Up next in my number 3 spot is Cinderella, the 1997 version. This is the one that all of us probably know and love. This is the one that stars Brandy and Whitney Houston, and oh my god, it is absolutely such a classic. This one was made for TV. It just recently got added to Disney Plus, but it is still that boxy TV format and it is not great quality, but it still holds up. This is such a cute movie. It's very clear that the newest Cinderella, the 2021 version, is very much based off of this Cinderella because of the singing. Everything about it shows that it was very much inspired off of the Brandy Cinderella versus any other version of Cinderella. This is absolutely a classic. So much about it is so great, and I highly recommend checking it out. Next up for us to talk about in the Sigma collection is the lip colors. 2 lip colors here. You have a liquid lipstick and then a gloss. So the liquid lipstick is called Dreamy. It's a neutral color. It has a little bit of a warmness to it. Sigma's liquid lip colors are super great. I tend to not love liquid lipstick because there's a couple of reasons. It's usually really thin, so if you mess up, it's going to show because you have to be really precise. It usually is super drying, so it makes my already really dry lips just feel like that episode of SpongeBob when he's in Sandy's house for the first time.
I brought you some flowers.
And this one is neither of those things. It's really creamy. It's got a great consistency that makes it glide on really nicely, and it doesn't feel drying. The lip gloss is beautiful too. It's got a really nice champagne-y shimmer going on, and it also is not sticky. That's one of the worst things about lip gloss. This does not feel sticky. It gives a really nice shine on the lips, and it's not too much. It's not overly glossy. It's just giving you a really nice shine. Okay, my number 2 Cinderella movie is the only one not called Cinderella. This is the one that I can see people being like, how is this your number 2? But listen, it's a nostalgia thing. I love this movie. I understand that this is not a award-winning movie. I don't care. That is A Cinderella Story starring Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray. I don't care what you say. If you are a millennial, you can't not love this movie. It is so cute. It stars Regina King. It has Jennifer Coolidge, Chad Michael Murray looking so cute. It's got Hilary Duff looking absolutely adorable. It's a modern take on Cinderella. So it's not, every other movie here is kind of the traditional Cinderella story taking place in like, I don't know when Cinderella is supposed to take place. I'm going to go ahead and guess like the 1800s. It's probably way like earlier than that. A Cinderella Story is definitely modern, but it's just, I love it. I have seen A Cinderella Story more than any of the other movies that we are talking about today. It just makes me really happy. So it is in my number 2 spot. I don't care what you say. You can hate on me all you want. It is one of my favorite movies. I have seen it so many times and it always delivers. Last up for the Cinderella collection is my favorite thing in this entire collection, and that is the brushes. The brushes in this collection are stunning. Sigma's brushes are by far their most fantastic product. It's what they're known for, and these are their brushes just elevated to an entirely different degree. All of their brushes are fantastic. They're all vegan. You would never be able to tell that this is not real animal hair. They feel so great. They apply insanely amazingly, and everything about them is great. The design on them, oh my God. You've got the bright gold ferrule, and it has this etched in version picture of Cinderella. You have the gold ferrule that has an etched version of like Cinderella's portrait. It has that on each of the brushes. The handle is this amazing shade of blue. It is the perfect Cinderella blue, but it has this iridescence to it that is just absolutely stunning. It says Disney Princess Cinderella, which actually when I look at this, it makes me wonder if maybe Sigma has a whole deal with all of the Disney princesses and they're gonna do more, which I am so here for. Ooh, maybe they'll do Ariel when the new Little Mermaid movie comes out. Oh my God, I would be so excited. That'd be so cool. But just in general, these brushes are stunning. I am always and always will be a fan of Sigma brushes. Pretty much the only brushes I use are Sigma brushes. They are my favorite things from them. Kabuki brushes are by far my favorite out of everything that they do, but these are just beyond stunning. This, highly recommend. And then also there is a case too. I don't believe it comes with the brushes. I think that it might be separate, but regardless, this is really cute too. And then the number 1 Cinderella movie, I gotta go with Cinderella. The original Disney movie. It's perfect. It's what this collection is based off of. It's got the music. It's just quintessential Disney princess, Disney in general. It makes me happy, and just by far, it's the one we all, and you know, it's the OG. It's the one we were introduced to as kids, and I love it. So that's gotta be the first one. I love Gus Gus. And Jacques, so like he's good. Lucifer is just makes me laugh because I feel like I identify with Lucifer a lot. Just in general, super cute movie. We all know that. So overall with the Sigma Cinderella collection, brushes are at the top of my list. And then I'm gonna go with the lip glosses, and then I'm gonna go with the blush, and then I'm gonna go with the eyeshadow palette. I wish I could rate the eyeshadow palette higher, but just for some reason when it comes to Sigma eyeshadows, I'm always feeling like I get murky with them, which I don't want to be. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 Cinderella movies, as well as this beautiful collection from Sigma. Again, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that subscribe button is grayed out. Check out my Ko-fi if you want to have all the behind the scenes goodness. And we're going to start a new game on here where we're going to be playing a little bit of a card game. So if you want to check this out, make sure you click over to the Leesha Land channel for the Leesha Land After Party, which is a new thing that we're adding now. So the question of today's video is going to be, what is your biggest fear and what would you change about it to make it immediately unscary? Click over to Leesha Land to watch me and Paul discuss this and get into what our biggest fears are. See you guys next time. It is hot wearing a long sleeve shirt. I also forgot to say subscribe. How do I